This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, October 17th. We have lots of news to get to as all eyes are on Wisconsin ahead of the president's visit. But first, as we do every Saturday morning, we like to start our show with good news to get your weekend started in a positive way. And what better way to do that than by helping others? October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and sign up is underway for Madison's annual Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk. The walk is virtual this year, and it's happening 1 week from today. Right now, you can sign up individually or join a pre-existing team at KomenWisconsin.org. All of the money raised stays local and helps fund breast cancer treatment, child care, and transportation for Wisconsin women currently battling the disease. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer during their lifetime. So women, this is also a reminder to schedule your mammogram, especially if you're over the age of 40 or have a family history of breast cancer. Aaron, what kind of temperatures can people expect during their virtual walk next week?
Well, next weekend, I mean, it's going to be kind of chilly like we are seeing this weekend. It's honestly just a chilly forecast. Yeah. So we've got to get used to it. So we're going to be somewhat chilly for today. Not too bad out there compared to what we're looking at for tomorrow. Now, this morning, we are seeing some light rain showers, maybe a few sprinkles, some flurries out there this morning. Most of this activity is moving to the north across central and northern Wisconsin, but maybe a few flakes flying as you start off your Saturday morning, a few sprinkles as well. The band of snow, though, moving across central and northern Wisconsin around Wausau, Rhinelander, actually getting a little bit of accumulation on some of the grass this morning up around those parts, but temperatures are on the chilly side into the 30s to the north, 40s to the south, and with a strong south wind today, it is going to be a little bit warmer, a high of around 59. Some may actually reach the lower 60s later on today, but look at that wind, south 15 to 25. Maybe a few gusts up to near 40 later on this afternoon, but after today, we take a tumble back down to the 40s and just get used to it. 40s are going to stick around for a bit.
Sounds good. Thanks, Aaron. We are less than 12 hours away from Air Force One touching down in Janesville. President Trump is hosting a rescheduled Make America Great Again rally 2 weeks after his campaign canceled its initial plans when the president tested positive for the coronavirus. Today's rally will begin at 6 o'clock at Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport. Doors will open at 3. The president's visit comes as Rock County is experiencing a record-breaking number of both hospitalizations and active cases of the virus. In order to go, people must register ahead of time and agree to a form which says the Trump campaign isn't responsible if you catch the virus at the rally. Everyone in attendance will have their temperatures checked and will be told to wear masks. Ahead of the rally, expect several road closures in and around Janesville. The Rock County Sheriff's Office says Highway 51 between 11 and BR Town Line Road will likely be closed between 5 and 8 p.m. Representing the Democratic side of the ticket, U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren will also be campaigning in our area today. The Massachusetts senator is participating in the 2 Get Out the Vote events, one in Milwaukee and the other here in Madison. In-person early voting starts Tuesday in Wisconsin. Right now, according to Real Clear Politics, the president is trailing former Vice President Biden by 6 points in Wisconsin. More than 700,000 Wisconsin voters have already turned in their absentee ballots, and 1.3 million people have requested them. Wisconsin election officials say these numbers show this year's election night will not be like past years. However, they want to remind people that election results are never official on election night itself. It always takes about a month to validate the results.
We're not going to lessen our requirements, the legal standards for what needs to be done to certify election. All those things still stand.
Clerks are still confident they'll have most of the counting done within 24 hours. If you still need to turn in your absentee ballot, the Madison City Clerk is reminding you to double check and triple check that you filled everything out. The most common mistakes people are making are forgetting the voter signature, the witness signature, and the witness address. If any of those are missing, your ballot is invalidated. The clerk's office will then send you a new ballot with a letter explaining what you were missing. However, time is running out for those issues to get addressed.
The most heartbreaking thing is when we receive absentees in the mail on election day and they're missing a signature on the envelope and we don't have time to track down that voter.
A few other issues that would invalidate your ballot: if the envelope looks like it's been tampered with, or if the envelope isn't sealed. In both instances, again, the clerk's office will send you a new ballot. A reminder, you can check your voter registration status at myvote.wi.gov. And although the deadline has passed to register online, voters can still register at all absentee voting sites and at the polls on Election Day. You'll need to present proof of your address, like a utility bill, lease, or paycheck. To coronavirus headlines now. There's a new single-day record in new coronavirus cases in Wisconsin. DHS and county dashboards show an increase of more than 4,000 infections over the past day. It's the state's first time topping 4,000 and its fourth straight day with at least 3,000 new cases. 22 more people have died, while 34,000 of the state's 167,000 cases remain active. Wisconsin is now reporting new cases at 3 times the rate of the rest of the country. 90% of counties are reporting moderate or high levels of community transmission, and now the National Coronavirus Task Force is warning community spread will only get worse unless we change our actions. Doctors say, along with wearing masks, washing your hands, and keeping your distance, you should avoid any kind of crowds, even if you're wearing a mask. Doctors are also doubling down on the importance of mask wearing, even when you feel healthy. Dr. Nasia Safdar, Director of Infection Control at the UW, reiterates the virus can be transmitted through people who don't have symptoms. She says she understands that masks might not be comfortable or preferable, but they are essential.
I think a requirement that people do it and then sort of argue about it after, given the urgency of the situation, is most important. I think that changing hearts and minds at this point is likely more challenging, and we don't have the time or the luxury of that.
UW Health is encouraging people to share on social media why they wear a mask or a photo wearing a mask to normalize them. The U.S. Surgeon General was in northeast Wisconsin yesterday announcing a special testing site and providing a grim warning about the state's surge in cases.
I want you all to be aware that Wisconsin is currently one of our red states, meaning your positivity rates are over 10% and going in the wrong direction. Cases are in the red, going in the wrong direction. It is critical that we actually understand where this virus is circulating so that we can get cases under control and reverse positivity.
Adams says 30 to 40% of people spread the virus without ever knowing, which he says makes testing even more important. He recommends following the 3 W's: washing your hands, watching your distance, and wearing a mask. 4 people are dead after an outbreak at a Wapaka County Veterans Home. King Veterans Home was seeing an increase of 37 COVID cases since last Friday's. Those numbers include both members and the staff at the facility. Officials say it's been a tough battle.
Staff is committed to taking care of the members and doing all of the measures that are safe to take care of measures. And sometimes those things like restricting visitors are hard for everyone, but it's what's needed to be done.
Governor Tony Evers says he's been in regular contact with VA officials and monitoring the situation at King and other long-term correctional facilities. Pfizer says it expects to apply for public use of its coronavirus vaccine candidate late next month. The emergency use authorization will be requested through the FDA. This means a vaccine likely won't be available by Election Day, as President Trump has pushed for. Last month, Pfizer CEO said politics would not play a role in its vaccine development timeline. Public Health Madison-Dane County is asking people to reconsider whether they need to be tested amid a record-breaking surge in cases and hospitalizations. Earlier this week, the computer registration system crashed at the Alliant Energy Center's testing site, leading to even longer lines. Health officials say people with symptoms should get tested, as well as people who have been in contact with someone who's tested positive or those who work in a crowded environment.
Folks who are coming just for peace of mind testing, that's a less appropriate use of this resource, which is taxpayer funded, and we do have limited resources, and so we want to save those for the folks who really need them.
A reminder, the Alliant Energy Center offers free coronavirus tests Tuesdays through Saturdays. The site is open from 8 until 4 o'clock today. It's the last Saturday without Big Ten football, and we're actually less than a week away from the Badgers home opener, how the players are getting ready for the return and redemption. But first, as we go to break, here's a live look over the Capitol. Your full Saturday forecast is next.
News 3 Now breaks down suburban voter priorities, Monday at 10.
You know what I think? I think you owe us $48.50. Wild thing.
If you ride, you get it. Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Joe Biden has no real plan to defeat the coronavirus, just criticize, complain, and surrender. And when President Trump shut down travel to China, Biden attacked him.
Hysterical xenophobia.
President Trump is leading, attacking the virus head-on, developing a vaccine in record time, rebuilding our economy. Under President Trump, we will be careful, but resolute, and we will defeat this virus.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Hey, it's Shackleford.
Did you say Shackleford?
Yeah, they replaced my old furnace with a new Carrier furnace. You know, turn to the experts.
Oh, Shackleford. They fixed my furnace with no surprises.
Did someone say Shackleford?
Shackleford. Book your fall maintenance check today.
We aren't radical, so why would we want one representing us in Madison? Chris Marion is an extreme partisan liberal who's just fine with calling political opponents Nazis, dictators, and enemies. And Chris Marion wants to take more of your paycheck, too. Marion supports eliminating levy limits, causing property taxes to skyrocket, crushing families as they try to recover. And Marion backs the radical Green New Deal that will cost trillions, destroy jobs, and increase taxes. Chris Marion, just too radical.
If you're hearing a grinding or squealing when coming to a stop, it's time to have your brakes checked. Meineke's 23-point inspection will identify the problem and get them in working order. Stop in or make an appointment online today. Meineke, doing car care right.
The most overlooked feature of a home is the most important part, and that's your roof. Your roof protects your home from the elements and is a big part of your curb appeal. I'm Mike Holmes, and I want you to choose the roof that will maintain its beauty for years to come. Atlas Pinnacle Pristine Shingles with Scotchgard Protector have my seal of approval. You'll have a lifetime of protection against ugly black streaks, and that's making it right. Pinnacle Pristine Architectural Shingles are 11% off, only at Menards.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Halloween is 2 weeks from today, and Dunkin' is adding some heat to one of its most popular items ahead of the holiday. The company is rolling out its new spicy ghost pepper donut. It's a yeast donut topped with strawberry-flavored icing and a blend of cayenne and ghost pepper. Dunkin' is calling it Delicious Daring and is selling the new flavor through December. What do you say, Aaron? Is cooler temperatures calling for spicier treats?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think about this one. Like, I don't know how strawberry and ghost pepper really blend together.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. I'd try it, but I don't think I'd like it. So, and some of us might not be liking the forecast a little bit, as we are looking at some rain and even some light snow possibly going through the next several days. In fact, we did have some light snow that fell across some parts of the area this morning. Didn't really amount to that much, but further to the north, there actually has been a little bit of accumulation. Right now, though, we are seeing a few sprinkles out there. These are going to be starting to fall apart going through the rest of the morning, so by the afternoon, we should be dry. We are going to keep that cloud cover in place, maybe a few flakes flying up around Camp Douglas. Most of this activity is starting to diminish, but notice we had a band of light snow that moved through. Didn't amount to anything in our area, but further to the north, you can still see that light snow falling up around the Rhinelander area, right into Wausau, just northwest of Green Bay. And this is actually what it looks like in Wausau on Interstate 39. Some light accumulations on the overpass and even into the grass a little bit, but this is going to be melting pretty quickly as we see those temperatures warming up into the 40s and 50s later on today. A live look over Madison right now, just a little bit of drizzle under that cloudy sky. Temperature now into the lower 40s, 41 degrees. South wind starting to pick up a bit, 17 miles per hour. That's going to be the trend right on through the afternoon as we see a strong south wind up to near 30 miles per hour, some gusts over 40, and that's going to usher in some warmer temperatures for today. We will see a high close to 60, topping out right around 59 degrees this afternoon. Across the area, we're into the 30s and 40s, warmer to the south, colder to the north, 45 in Platteville, 43 in Janesville, 38 in the Dells. Know that wind starting to pick up, even 24 miles per hour now in Platteville. Again, those gusts are going to be a bit higher, so we do have a wind advisory in effect for today as we see those gusts possibly over 40 miles per hour later on this afternoon. So here's a look at future tracks showing that southerly wind. Temperatures warming up into the 50s right around lunchtime, into the upper 50s to possibly lower 60s this afternoon. Maybe around 61 degrees in Platteville, 60 in Lone Rock, 61 in Monroe and Janesville. But otherwise, just going to be a windy day. We are looking at the chance for some light rain showers, maybe a few flakes going into your Sunday morning. Otherwise, our forecast for today calling for a high of around 59. Again, rather windy with that south wind at 15 to 30 miles per hour. The extended forecast showing highs cooling down a bit. High of 45 on your Sunday, 42 on Monday. And look at those overnight lows down a bit below freezing into the 20s, and it's going to stay rather chilly for much of the extended forecast.
All right, thank you so much, Aaron.
Sure thing.
We're officially less than a week away from the Badgers' home opener. Wisconsin will return to the field ready for some redemption as they take on Illinois Friday night, October 23rd. The game will start at 7 p.m. and air on the Big Ten Network. Redshirt freshman quarterback Graham Mertz is expected to make his first career start for Wisconsin after a foot injury sidelined Jack Cohn. Earlier this month, the Badgers announced they will not have any fans in the stands at Camp Randall because of coronavirus concerns. Madison police are also reminding fans not to tailgate this season. Officers say house parties will not be tolerated. Fans who choose to party can be cited up to $1,000 per violation. Also, anyone caught underage drinking or providing alcohol to minors will also be fined. As for the game itself, the Badgers haven't forgotten what happened last year. Nakia Watson told reporters he's happy the team is opening its 9-game slate with Illinois and can't wait to get some revenge. But that doesn't mean Wisconsin spent these last couple weeks preparing for their one-week opponent. Paul Christ is more focused on his team.
Be careful of overstudying. You're right, they're a different team than last year, I'm guessing. You know, I know we're a different team than last year. And so I still think with all your preparation, the number one thing is still what you do and making sure that you are ready.
One of the most popular shows on Netflix is getting ready to return for its 4th season, and this time it's following the life and death of Princess Diana. And Will Loper is sharing his weekend picks and 3 things to watch. Trending news is coming up next.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Donald Trump is lying about Medicare and Social Security. Trump's pushing to slash Medicare benefits. He's proposed eliminating the funding source for Social Security, a plan that would drain Social Security by 2023. Joe Biden will protect Medicare, and he's proposed a plan to increase Social Security benefits. The choice is clear. Donald Trump will cut Medicare and Social Security. Joe Biden will protect them.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Question: are you happy with your Medicare plan? Want to get more for your money? Take a look at Quartz Medicare Advantage plans in partnership with UW Health. Quartz Medicare Advantage plans start at $0 a month, including coverage for medical, hospital, and prescriptions. With $5 primary care visits, $0 preventive care, specialist copays as low as $25, and new this year, $0 telehealth visits, allowing you to see a doctor from the comfort of home. It's no wonder that 98% of our members choose to stay with Quartz. That's loyalty we strive to earn every day. Learn more by requesting your free planning guide from Quartz today, featuring cost and coverage details, plus other information to help you choose the right plan for you. Quartz Medicare Advantage plans also offer more value, with plans including preventive and comprehensive dental benefits with up to $550 reimbursement, vision benefits with up to $300 reimbursement for glasses or contacts, coverage for hearing exams and hearing aid copays as low as $700 per aid, and up to $160 reimbursement for over-the-counter health-related items. Quartz Medicare Advantage also includes fitness benefits and our new Snowbird travel benefits, giving you the same as in-network coverage as you travel across America. All from a plan that works closely with and gives you easy access to UW Health. an integrated health system serving more than 600,000 people each year. Together, we help you live well. Switch to Quartz Medicare Advantage. Call 888-718-7756 or visit quartzmedicareplans.com/enroll to request your free planning guide from Quartz today. That's 888-718-7756.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Trending this morning, the largest theater chain in the world could be out of money by the end of the year. AMC says attendance is down 85% compared to last year because of fewer new releases and virus concerns. The company says it has two ways out of this cash crunch. Either more customers need to buy tickets or it will have to find new ways to borrow money. Disney is also rethinking its movie theater strategy going forward, planning to focus more on its streaming service instead. Disney's already tested this out, releasing its remake of Mulan on Disney Plus for users to watch at home for an additional fee. Disney execs say relying more on the streaming has always been part of their plan. The pandemic just accelerated that. And Netflix is no longer offering its free trial membership to attract new customers. In August, the streaming service rolled out a site called Netflix Watch Free. It allowed people to preview movies and shows without creating an account. Now Netflix says it has different marketing plans to reach new users. Netflix or not, there are several new shows and films streaming this weekend, and it's a good way to stay inside. Here are Will Loper's 3 things to watch.
We're going to Chicago to protest the Vietnam War.
There's no place to be right now but in it.
Newly streaming on Netflix this week is the film The Trial of the Chicago 7.
These defendants had a plan, and the plan was to incite a riot.
I call this portion of the trial with friends like these.
Aaron Sorkin writes and directs the film that recounts the story of the group of people charged with conspiracy to incite riots at the 1968 Democratic National Convention.
If we leave here without saying anything about why we came in the first place, it'll be heartbreaking.
Last summer, why did you come to the convention?
To end the war.
We're giving them exactly what they want, a stage and an audience.
Yeah, you really think there's going to be a big audience?
The Trial of the Chicago 7 is streaming on Netflix now.
Where have you been, Joel? Amy, I love you. I'm going to come find you.
New on video on demand is the movie Love and Monsters.
Only a small fraction of humanity survived to move underground. I've been scanning for Amy the entire time. And now I finally found her. Joel! Hey! Joel! Amy, is that you? Oh my God! Hey!
After monsters take over the Earth, Joel, played by Dylan O'Brien, decides to cross the dangerous landscape to reunite with his girlfriend.
Look out! Is that a samurai sword?
Yeah, it is.
Listen to your instincts out here, man. What if I have terrible instincts? You'll die. Super encouraging speech.
Love and Monsters is available to rent for $19.99 on VOD platforms.
What if we could eliminate everything from the stage except the stuff we care about the most?
And new on HBO and HBO Max is the concert film American Utopia.
Without cables or wires, what would be left? Well, it would be us and you. And that's what the show is.
Spike Lee directs the film, which features David Byrne of the Talking Heads performing his Broadway show.
Who we are, it extends beyond ourselves to the connections between all of us.
American Utopia is streaming at 7 p.m. tonight on HBO and HBO Max. Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
Or of The Crown. Take a look.
Here is the
stuff of which fairy tales are made.
Okay, thanks. Season 4 will dive into the life and death of Diana, Princess of Wales. Emma Corrin joins the cast to portray the princess. Gillian Anderson plays Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. The new season of The Crown starts streaming November 15th on Netflix. There are several new shows and films streaming this weekend, and it's we already saw that. Actually, it's also a good time for a little music. Since the audience can't go see the New York Philharmonic, this show is now coming to them on the streets of New York City. This week, the musicians played outside together for the first time since their March 10th show at the Lincoln Center. So far, no date has been set for live concerts to resume.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
Democrats enabled riots across America, even in small towns.
So we just have officers that can only monitor it. They can't do anything about it. But they're actually standing to get
out of here, okay?
Ma'am, are they actually sitting on or standing in your car?
On my car. And I got a little girl in the car crying. Are you kidding me? This is insane.
Let the police do their jobs. On November 3rd, vote Trump. Restoration PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's Chevy Truck Month. It's Deck Building Month. It's Toy Hauling Month. It's Explore New Ground Month. It's the month to get things done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Get a total value of $5,500 on this 2020 Silverado Crew Cab pickup. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
For over 60 years, wishes have come true at Blaine's Farm and Fleet's original Toyland. This year, Toyland deals will last all weekend long, starting this Saturday at 7 a.m. Find great deals on the hottest toys, like Hot Wheels die-cast vehicles, 99 cents each. These Fisher-Price interactive Linkimals, just $16.99. This color reveal outdoor Barbie, just $11.99. And we're giving away a $3,000 shopping spree to one lucky rewards member. Wishes do come true at Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, starting this Saturday.
Service and savings. It's Woodman's.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint.
I'm Phil, saving you big time, unbelievable money on olive oil.
34-ounce bottles of Palermo olive oil, just $3.99 each.
Save big, big, big money.
Extra virgin olive oil, just $3.99.
Wow, what a savings. I've never seen it this cheap before.
Better products, better prices, better service, because we're employee-owned.
It's Woodman's.
It's Steinhaffel's 86th anniversary, and we're celebrating with 35% off store-wide, plus an extra $86 off every $7.99 you spend. Your choice sofa or bed, only $3.99 each. Get ready for the holidays with this dining room set, now only $9.99. Take an extra 5% off all Canadel dining sets, both in stock and custom order. And use Steinhaffel's no money down 60-month special financing. So shop Steinhaffel's and celebrate with our family during our 86th anniversary sale.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning. It's October 17th. I'm Gabriella Becerra. Janesville is getting ready to host President Trump at the Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport. Doors open at 3 for the president's 6 o'clock Make America Great Again rally. The president's visit to Wisconsin comes after a record-breaking week, both in Rock County and across the state. 86% of ICU beds are now full at local hospitals. In order to attend tonight's rally, people must register ahead of time and sign a form which says the Trump campaign can't be held responsible if people catch the virus at the rally. If you think you know which parts of Wisconsin will go for President Trump and which will go for Joe Biden on Election Day, just 17 days from now, you might want to think again. We're finding places that routinely turn red or blue might not be so dependable in 2020. Our political reporter Amy Reed has the story.
One nation. Trump is the jobs president.
One people.
You can't escape ads like these in 2020.
If Joe Biden's elected, it's just going to continue
to put the darkness of the past 4 years behind us.
President Trump will always put America first.
Candidates and their friends have been spending a lot to get your attention, and not just on TV. According to the Center for Responsive Politics, $32.9 million has been pumped into Facebook ads in the state. $11.8 million has been spent on Google ads. The money in political ads is not spread evenly across the state either. It's focused where a candidate's team wants it. For example, America First Action, a political action committee for President Trump, spent more than $30,000 over 3 weeks airing ads at just one station in Green Bay.
No matter what they say about where they're strong or weak, look at where their travel schedule takes them. You know, the candidate's most precious resource is time.
Charles Franklin is watching this closely as he oversees the Marquette Law Poll. Franklin sees how Wisconsin's political preferences shift over the years and how campaigns respond to those changes. In 2016, candidate Trump did well in northern and western counties, and that alignment continued for Governor Walker in the 2018 gubernatorial race.
Governor Walker, even in losing in 2018, performed better in this northern and western part of the state than he had done himself 4 years earlier when he was reelected.
Looking at Trump's planned visits to the state, you can see this is an area he doesn't intend to lose. It doesn't matter that fewer people live in that part of the state because votes for him anywhere benefit winning Wisconsin overall. And these votes in particular could offset a change near Milwaukee.
Both parties realize there's a battle going on for the margins in these suburban Milwaukee counties.
Franklin said the WOW counties, Washington, Ozaukee, and Waukesha, are traditionally red, but like suburbs across the country, they're starting to purple.
This is a nationwide shift. It's been a little slow coming to Wisconsin, and we still have more Republican rather than purple suburbs, but they're not as solidly Republican as they were 6 to 10 years ago.
Dr. Jill Biden.
Biden and his team have capitalized on that, sending Jill Biden to campaign in Waukesha just last month. It might not be enough to flip the counties, but even a hit to Trump here could help Biden.
If you're going to lose a region, lose it by 15 points instead of losing it by 20 points. That's a worthwhile trade-off to make in a statewide election, where it really doesn't matter where your vote comes from. It just matters what the totals for each side are.
One constant in this is Madison and Milwaukee, which are pretty predictably blue. But how many voters turn out affects the whole state of the race. Franklin, for one, isn't counting any one region out.
There won't be one area that wins it. It will be every area that can plausibly claim credit.
A reminder, the deadline has now passed to register to vote by mail or online here in Wisconsin, but you can still register to vote in person at your municipal clerk's office until October 30th. You can also register in person at your polling place on November 3rd. If you plan to request an absentee ballot, state election officials encourage you to do that as soon as possible. Now here's meteorologist Aaron White with your Saturday forecast.
Well, we are looking at some windy weather for today, and it's going to be a little bit warmer than we have been the last couple of days, but we're also tracking some sprinkles and some flurries out there this morning. Some of us actually saw the first flakes of the season today, but we are seeing that precipitation ending. Still some drizzle or sprinkles right around Dane County, some flurries or sprinkles to the north and west up around Camp Douglas, down to the Dells and Baraboo, and all this activity is pushing to the north and east. More light snow to the north up around Wausau into Rhinelander. They actually have a little bit of accumulation on some of the grass, but that's going to be melting pretty quick as we see our temperatures warming up pretty quick today. Also windy. There's an advisory in effect for wind today as we see wind gusts probably over 30 miles per hour, maybe up to 40 miles per hour heading into the afternoon. You can already see some gusts up to the near 35 in Platteville, 36 in Dubuque, and going through this morning, those wind gusts well over 20, over 30 miles per hour at times. So it's going to be a windy day, and eventually we will see that wind diminishing later on this evening. So our high for today, 59 degrees, south wind 15 to 30, but turning a bit colder on your Sunday. 45 will be the high, some showers in the morning, and just get used to it because that cold weather is going to stick around for a bit. I'll have that full forecast in just a bit.
Thanks, Aaron. More local news now. Madison museums are usually busy this time of year when temperatures drop. Now, although most of them remain physically closed, they still have something to offer. The Wisconsin Veterans Museum has a variety of interactive exhibits online available 24/7. The Chase-In Museum of Art is offering digital programming too. Workers say along with adapting to the pandemic, all museums are considering how to be part of the current racial justice movement while acknowledging the past.
A sense of who you are and a reminder of what we have been and the fact that we have been through things like this before, like the 1918 pandemic, world wars, cataclysmic events in history. And we've always come through.
It's not all for the bad. It's like an opportunity to grow and self-reflect and hopefully evolve as well.
The Veterans Museum and the Chase-In have always been free to visit, but places like Madison's Children's Museum, which relies on ticket sales, have been struggling during the pandemic. Museum leaders say donations are as important as ever. Doctors are calling it a twin-demic, the start of the flu season during a pandemic, and they warn it could be very deadly, especially in Wisconsin where hospitals have already reached capacity. We'll find out more about this year's vaccine, who should get it, and where you can get it done this weekend. Next.
Introducing the Fall Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Safely tour a vast array of expertly crafted homes from top builders across the area. Meet the builders, discover new design trends. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
I worked for 47 years. Donald Trump, he's talking about messing with my Social Security. Them guys think it's monopoly money? No, it's our money. We work for it. You don't get to play with my finances. You don't get to play with my security for my family. Joe Biden looks out for the little guy. He understands what seniors are going through. I think he's going to keep Social Security safe. We need to get Biden in there to protect it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Joe Biden was raised with middle-class values. Joe doesn't need to be the center of attention or see himself on TV. He has always focused on getting the job done. Joe led us out of the 2008 recession and increased health coverage for millions. As president, Joe will focus on getting us out of our crises. He'll listen to experts, work across the aisle, and put the American people first. FF PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Right now at Steinhoffel's, it's the summer of sleep. Get $300 in Steinhoffel's instant bonus cash and free delivery with any Tempur-Pedic mattress set. Plus special financing for 60 months. Steinhoffel's has the new Tempur-Breeze with next-generation cooling technology. You'll sleep up to 8 degrees cooler all night long. So sleep cooler. Get 0% financing, $300 in Steinhoffel's bonus cash, and free delivery with a new Tempur-Breeze mattress set. Only at Steinhoffel's and Steinhoffel's Mattress.
Don't miss out on these great deals at Govan Cars Grand Opening Sale. Where can you buy 2018 or 2019 new body style Chevy Equinoxes starting only $14,995 or $233 per month?
That's right. Buy a 2018 or 2019 new body style Chevy Equinox starting at only $14,995 or $233 per month. So just hurry in today and ask for my dad, Don the Dealman Govan.
Or my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Govan.
You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
Introducing the Fall Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Safely tour a vast array of expertly crafted homes from top builders across the area. Meet the builders, discover new design trends. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. You make plans, what to wear, where to go, when to go, what to bring. And then the weather changes everything. Let News 3 Now First Warn Weather prepare you for what's coming. First, fast, and accurately, so you can plan your life.
Welcome back on this Saturday morning. The time is now 8:38, and we are tracking some colder air coming our way, going through much of the upcoming work week. In fact, today we actually get a little break from the cold, as we will see ridge starting to build in. That's going to bring some warmer conditions for today. The only downside to that It's going to be quite windy as we see a strong south wind about 15 to 30 miles per hour. But you can see some of those greens starting to move into central parts of the U.S. That's a sign of that warmer air. But watch what happens as we go into Sunday and Monday. We get a reinforcing shot of cold air. That's going to stick around through the middle part of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, possibly into Wednesday. May see a little bit of a warm up going into your Thursday. But otherwise, as we head back into next weekend, we're going to see another shot of cold air. That's going to bring our temperatures down, likely back into the 40s for highs heading into next week. And the other side to the story is rainfall and possibly some light snow mixing in going into Sunday morning as we get that reinforcing shot of cold air. We may see another round coming into your Monday. I think most of this is going to be in rain, but there may be some flakes mixing in for your Monday afternoon as we see those highs into the upper 30s and lower 40s. So it's going to be chilly, so just get ready for the chilly weather, and it's going to stick around, I got to say, for quite some time.
Thanks, Aaron. It's October. The weather is turning colder. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and it's flu season. This could be a recipe for disaster if you don't get vaccinated. Our Christina Laurie spoke with a local pharmacist about being prepared for this flu season.
Flu shots are even more important to get this year. Joining us to talk about that is Birgitta Monson. She is a pharmacist. She knows firsthand just how important these shots are. Good morning, Birgitta. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So health experts, many of them, are warning of what could be called a twindemic, the rise of the flu on top of COVID. Can you talk a little bit about what that means and why that could be so dangerous?
Absolutely. So the fear in the twindemic, as the CDC and a lot of our medical experts are saying, is a big concern, especially with the the flu having very similar symptoms to COVID. And the fear is if someone would come down with the flu, they would present to their healthcare provider, and those symptoms are very similar to COVID-19 symptoms, and it would cause our healthcare system to have to act extra precautiously to take care of that patient. And also the fear, too, is just with having two different viruses running, it will overload our healthcare systems.
And our healthcare system is already getting more and more overloaded. We see the hospitalization rate go up here in Wisconsin, the number of COVID cases too. So who exactly should get vaccinated for the flu? What age groups are most susceptible?
Absolutely. So CDC recommends anyone 6 months and older to receive that flu vaccine. And we recommend, if you're on the fence about receiving it, to stop into one of our Pick and Save pharmacies to talk with a pharmacist to determine which flu vaccine is right for you and if you're a great candidate. But most people are a great candidate to receive that flu vaccine.
And for all the parents watching out there, it can be hard to get your kids on board with getting stuck in their arm. Any tips for parents that might be trying to convince their kids that they do need to do this?
Yeah, absolutely. So that is a very challenging thing, trying to convince your young child to go in and get that vaccine. But just, reminding them that, hey, if you're doing this, you're protecting your friends, your family, and kind of tie it back to how life's been for the last several months where, with that flu vaccine, it does help, it does work. So just remind them that. And a small little reward afterwards always is a nice treat for getting that flu vaccine. But it's quick, it's painless, you're in and out in under a minute usually when you get that.
And I know in past years, sometimes there are headlines that different places run out of the flu vaccine. Is that any concern this year, especially with the pandemic going on?
It is not a concern this year. So CDC recommends just to get a flu vaccine. There are many different types of flu vaccine, but they all offer great protection from the flu. So we recommend just stopping into your nearest Pick and Save pharmacy to talk to their Pick and Save pharmacist to talk about which flu vaccine is available and which one is a great one for you. But at this point, we're not concerned about any shortages.
And any gauge or prediction on how long this year's flu season could last, how bad it might be? I know numbers down in the southern hemisphere can often help us predict how things might look for us up here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't speak to that right now. It's too early on in the flu season, but all we recommend is go in and get that flu vaccine, especially just to protect yourself, your family, your friends, your community from that flu vaccine or from the flu virus.
No downside except for a little momentary pain. We can all take that, especially right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to us this morning, Birgitta. And a reminder, you can get your flu shot at Pick and Save, Walgreens, your local doctor's office. There are so many different options. Have a great day, Birgitta.
Thank you. You too.
And now you can get a flu shot at the Alliant Energy's testing center for COVID-19. The Olin Gate opened for the first time away from the long testing lines waiting for COVID-19 tests. The immunization lanes will be on the other side of the same building where COVID-19 testing is happening, but Public Health Madison and Dane County is keeping the processes as separate as possible. The flu shots are free for those without health insurance or children 6 months to 18 years old on Badger Care. No ID is required. Site Commander Tess Ellen says they hope this will be additional prevention to the twindemic.
We're really trying to target people who might have difficulty getting vaccines elsewhere. People are really thankful for the equitable distribution of the vaccine, I think, here.
Ellen says this process could also help them in the future coordinating the COVID-19 vaccine when that becomes available. The testing site is open Tuesday through Saturday, open today from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. You cannot get the flu shot and a COVID test on the same day. It's the coldest weekend in months, and the weather is here to stay. Aaron has the forecast, including when we could see rain and even some snowflakes right after this. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint.
I'm Phil, saving you lots and lots of money on big bag snacks.
10-ounce bags of Skinny Pop, just $3.99, or 24-ounce bags of On the Border tortilla chips, $3.49.
Ay caramba, hot prices.
Skinny Pop, $3.99, On the Border, $3.49.
Big time savings.
Better products, better prices, better service, because we're employee-owned.
It's
We took a bad economy that was falling and turned it around. Trump took a good economy and drove it back into the ditch through his failure to get COVID under control, his failure to deliver real relief to working people. Does he not understand and see the tens of millions of people who've had to file for unemployment this year so far? The people who lost wages while the cost of groceries have gone up dramatically? Donald Trump has been almost singularly focused on the stock market, the Dow and NASDAQ. Not you, not your families. My plan will help create at least 5 million new, good-paying jobs and create them right here in the United States of America. Let's use this opportunity to take bold investments in American industry and innovation so that the future is made in America. I'll be laser focused on working families. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Work smarter. Use the cloud to securely print, scan, and collaborate. GI Office Technologies, helping businesses like yours.
Hello. Oh. I wish to inquire about your free phone deal. Is there anything hidden I should be aware of?
No, sir.
No hidden plan requirements?
You choose your plan.
No hidden phone trade-ins?
Keep your phone.
No hidden activation fees or other trickery where video recorded evidence would be beneficial?
None.
Interesting.
Lovely scarf.
What camera?
Get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular. Upgrade to Fair.
UW Athletics and the Goodman Community Center needs your help providing Thanksgiving meals for 4,000 families.
Please consider a food or monetary donation. We are grateful for any gift you can provide.
Donate at goodmancenter.org.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The The time is now 8:48 on this Saturday morning. Hope you're off to a good start. We do have some light rain and snow showers that have passed through this morning. Didn't really amount to that much, but there has been a little bit of accumulation further to the north up around Wausau and Rhinelander, and they're still getting a little bit of light snow right now. You can still see some sprinkles and some flurries on Doppler radar this morning. Just a little bit of drizzle around Madison and Dane County. Some flakes maybe flying around Newchester up to Preston and just to the north and east of Camp Douglas. All this is moving to the north and east up around Green Bay, seeing some flakes and sprinkles, more of that light snow falling up around Rhinelander. And this is actually the view a little bit ago, about an hour or so ago, around Wausau and Interstate 39. Thanks to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation for this image. But you can see the snow accumulating on the grass, even the overpass. So it's just that time of year. Luckily, we're not dealing with that here in Madison. We do have the clouds in place, a little bit of drizzle falling. The temperature now at 41 degrees, but look at that wind, south of 17 miles per hour. It's going to pick up quite a bit going through the morning into the afternoon. Could see some wind gusts over 30 miles per hour at times through the afternoon hours. But that south wind, it's going to help to warm us up into the upper 50s. Today's high topping around 59 degrees. Some of us actually could get into the 60s later on today. Across the area, though, we are into the 30s to the north, 36 in Camp Douglas, 40 in the Dells, 45 in Mineral Point, already up to 47 in Platteville, 43 in Janesville. Seeing that south wind anywhere from 5 to 15, up to near 25 miles per hour in Platteville. That's a sign of that strong wind, so we have an advisory in effect as we could see those wind gusts topping 35 or 40 miles per hour later on today. Here's a look at our current wind gusts, already seeing that in Platteville and Dubuque, parts of Grant and Crawford, Lafayette counties, seeing some higher wind gusts over 30 miles per hour. So as we go through today, those wind gusts are going to be pretty strong, eventually diminishing going through tonight. So look at future tracks showing temperatures warming up through the 50s by around lunchtime. I think most of the areas should be into the lower 50s, maybe still some upper 40s to the north around lunchtime, but everyone with that south wind will warm up into the 50s for today. Some lower 60s can be expected down around Mineral Point, 60, Monroe 60, 61 in Platteville, and maybe even up to 63 in Boscobel before we cool down into the 50s and 40s for tonight. Looking at some light rain, maybe a few flakes mixing in for your Sunday morning. So for today, expecting a high of around 59 in Madison. Again, some areas will make it into the lower 60s, but otherwise, just a windy day. South wind 15 to 30 miles per hour, but turning a bit colder as we head into your Sunday. 45 degrees for the high, light rain in the morning, maybe a few flakes mixing in. Could see a few more flakes on your Monday. High of only 41 degrees, and we're going to keep that cool weather in the forecast, maybe up to 55 on Thursday, but otherwise staying pretty much below average. Kind of crazy to think our high of 59 today is the warmest of the next 10.
I know, we got to start bundling up pretty soon, huh?
Oh, definitely so.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Aaron.
Sure thing.
A few weeks back, we introduced you to the finalist in this year's Coolest Thing Made in Wisconsin contest. And now the results are in. After 100,000 votes, the 150 nominees were narrowed down to one. And this year's winner is Mule Technologies out of Macon. They made a mobile autonomous robotic cart, or MARC.
MARC was created to help automate the mundane task of repetitively moving items from point to point in a warehouse or manufacturing facility. We wanted an interface that was super intuitive and easy to use. Not requiring any infrastructure or Wi-Fi means that most businesses can get MARC up and working in less than 10 minutes from the time they get it.
Congratulations to Dan and his team, and another congratulations to the Stoughton-based company, CC Moo, which made it to the Final Four. The company makes hand-sewn clothes for infants and children to minimize the hassle of feeding tubes. And now to some ingenuity of a different kind. This summer, an engineer in Idaho set out not to win a contest, but to break a world record. This is Joel Dustin's homemade water park in his backyard. The mechanical engineer and his friends brought back the old homemade slip and slide in hopes of Joel becoming the fastest man on a slip and slide in the 100 meters category. So how'd he do? Joel clocked in at 10.4 seconds. He hopes to hear back from the Guinness team by late January. Stick with News 3 Now all weekend long. Tomorrow morning, we're talking about the new way you can get a jump start on your holiday shopping while also supporting and even saving struggling local businesses. But first, as we head into the holiday season, the very special gift one stranger gave to another that saved his life. We're back right after this.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Joe Biden will make health care affordable. His plan gives a tax credit to help working families pay insurance premiums, lowers prescription costs by 60%, and protects coverage for pre-existing conditions, no matter what. He'll pay for it by getting rid of Donald Trump's tax cuts for the super rich, because Joe knows our economy's strength doesn't come from the top. It comes from working families, and that's who he's fighting for every day.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
It's Chevy Truck Month. It's Deck Building Month. It's Toy Hauling Month. It's Explore New Ground Month. It's the month to get things done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Get a total value of $5,500 on this 2020 Silverado Crew Cab pickup. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
At GHC, we want you to be safer at home. We have more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
That's half the fun of a new house, seeing what people left behind in the attic.
Well, saving on homeowner's insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun, too.
Oh, it's a tiny dancer.
Well, they left a ton of stuff up here.
Well, enjoy your house.
Nope. No, thank you.
Geico could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
Give your home years of lasting beauty with Menard's selection of low-maintenance vinyl siding. Timber-Crest vinyl siding is backed by a limited lifetime warranty and can withstand wind speeds up to 216 miles per hour. Timber-Crest vinyl siding is 11% off. Continue your outdoor renovations with new Spectra gutters. They're essential for collecting and controlling rainwater from your roof. All Spectra gutters are 11% off. Save with 11% off everything at Menard's.
Save big money at Menards.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9 on News 3 Now.
Finally this morning, a Michigan man has a new lease on life thanks to the power of social media and the compassion of a perfect stranger. Michael George has the story from New York.
Mark Qualia and Abigail Prout share a bond like few others. That's because Prout donated one of her kidneys to him, a perfect stranger.
Thought it was the right thing to do.
The Michigan man was diagnosed with kidney failure 2 years ago and was told he needed a kidney transplant to survive. In a desperate move, Mark's wife turned to Facebook to find a donor.
And without that, I wouldn't be alive.
Prout saw the post. She had never met Qualia.
Turns out it was a friend of a friend of a friend of my wife's.
Altruistic strangers make up less than 1% of live kidney donations in the United States. Prout says she felt compelled to help.
Someone needed it more than I did. Unbelievably blessed. Really, no words can describe that.
The transplant surgery happened in June. It was a success. His wife says, "We won the lottery of life." Michael George, CBS News, New York.
More than 90,000 people are currently waiting for a kidney transplant in the U.S. Anyone can sign up to become an organ donor. You can do that today on organdonor.gov. Well, Aaron, the power of social media is pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just an incredible story for somebody to actually do that, to donate an organ to somebody else. I mean, it's probably the best gift anyone can give it to somebody else. So
yeah, very touching.
Yeah, and in terms of our weather, not the greatest forecast in any way, as we are going to see quite a bit of wind today. It's going to be warmer though, highs into the upper 50s and lower 60s, but we take a tumble into the 40s, and the 40s are going to stick around for a good chunk of the forecast.
All right, great. Thanks for joining us.